What's going on, guys? I'm doing a brew day today, 10-gallon batch. It's gonna be like a low ABV hoppy IPA or extra pale ale, whatever you want to call it. But I'm gonna use these hops. These ones are, geez, some of these are 2 years old actually. But for whatever reason, when I vacuum sealed them, like right here, you can see I vacuum sealed right over a leaf. Yeah, that's not gonna stay. But I've just had these around, and they're all just they've been kept in the freezer, but they're just not, they never took a good seal, so I'm hoping that they still are okay. I smelt one and they smelt, they smelt fresh, but yeah, I'm just getting rid of all these, so I don't really have a hop schedule. I'm going to do a lot of bursting at the very end, so probably just a bittering addition to get it to like 40 IBUs, and then just throwing the rest in at the end of the boil. But that's really not what I'm going to make this video about. Two things is PFC Brewing kind of posted a video asking for advice on how to make a copper manifold, or one of his points in the video was how to make a copper manifold stay in the mash tun. And I'm not sure what type of mash tun he has, but I was going to show him how I keep mine like in there, and kind of the one trick that I think it actually happened on accident, but I'm glad it did. So I will post a video of that. And one other thing that I'm going to build, hopefully I can build it in time by the time I'm done mashing and get into the boil. I either use a hop spider to keep my hops out, or I use this guy right here, with a dip tube going into this. And this thing, it's really fine, and pellets clog it up, and I've been fighting with this thing quite a bit. So I went online, and on Homebrew Talk they had a forum saying a hop blocker like $5. So I'm going from this guy to this guy. And I have read that this thing doesn't work very well for pellets as well, so I haven't quite figured that out. But since I'm doing all leaf hops, apparently this thing works really well. And I was also thinking, you could have like your dip tube going into that, and I'm actually going to put it on the side of my kegel, so there will be a little bit of a space. But I could have this thing, I could have the smaller one inside of that one. I don't know, but I've been losing like a gallon at least, because it just, at the very end, it just gets clogged up and I lose siphon. So, alright, well, let me show PFC Brewing how I set up my mash tun. Alright, here's my my mash tun. It's actually just an igloo. I don't actually recommend using this type of thing as a mash tun, but it works okay. I just don't like it because it drains out from the side, so it's kind of a pain in the ass to situate. But it was kind of, I had a weird shaped kind of thing. Right here is if you can tell, this side is smaller than that side. But I guess the main thing I was going to show you is that, where's my spoon at? That when you're stirring around, I guess it can kind of come up a little bit, but it doesn't come out. So the main thing, that my one suggestion is to make sure that it's snug in here. Right here it hits the side of the wall, and then right over here it hits the side of the wall. And so to take this thing apart, I raise it up, and maybe if you're doing like a round cooler, just imagine that this is the round part. And I think you could probably put one bar across there, but I get really good efficiency, and I don't even have a bar going across here. So mine comes apart, and both of them are the same, but they come apart just like that. So really just at the edges right there. This thing. And the other side is the same. So, and use a Dremel tool to cut these slots out as thin as you probably can. A hacksaw has too big of a blade, but yeah, that's about
mine disassembles, and it's really quite easy to assemble and disassemble. And I really like the copper. It's held up and, you know, food grade and all that good stuff. So, and that's it. And this part right here, I don't have any. This is the only part. This is all one piece right here, but you know, I didn't saw anything into that since it actually goes above the bottom of the bed. But yeah, so hopefully that gives you some idea. Alright, testing out my fly sparge arm for the first time. I don't have the ends soldered up, but I need to do that. It's leaking a little bit over there. But it's actually working pretty good. Fly sparging, I guess, pretty fast. I don't really know if you need to go that slow. There's my giant ball. I don't know if you can see in there, but it's working out okay. I kind of cut the hole in the wrong spot, but. And this is like 11 ounces of hops, or 12 ounces or something like that. So I couldn't find my hop spider, but I'm just going to zip tie that thing off and just throw that at the end of the boil. So, alright, okay. I don't know if you guys can see that, I'm sure you can. This thing is rolling boiling. This, if you watch a couple of my other videos, I put this BG14, I think it's called, this 10-inch that 10-inch burner in it, and it handles 10 gallons almost too well. I mean, 5 gallons, it's hard to keep it at a decent boil. 10 gallons, it's the same, so the thing, it works just amazing. I calculated my efficiency with this new fly sparge arm, and it said I got 88% efficiency, so that's good, but it's bad too. I was checking my gravity readings as the runnings were coming out, and it was coming out at like 2 bricks. I think that's like, I'd have to do the conversion, but it's really low. And I know that you're not supposed to extract, you're not supposed to sparge, I don't think you're supposed to sparge that low, or you start extracting tannins or something like that. So it might actually work too good, just because it gets, you know, I don't know. So I guess that's good. It's good to know. I don't know how to fix it per se with the fly sparging method, because it just works really well. So yeah, so I might go back to just batch sparging. I don't know. We'll see. If this beer turns out fine, then I won't worry about it. So, alright, well, I'll show you guys the bag of hop edition later. Alright, wrapping up the brew day, chilling down the wort. My water temp's pretty low right now, so I just use the thermometer to kind of read it, but it's coming out. I had to adjust a little bit. It's 74 right now, but I usually stick it in the fermenter and with the temperature, with the SEC 1000, and I'll bring down the temperature before I pitch the yeast tonight, so it's not that big of a deal if it's at 74 right now. But yeah, this little plate chiller, I think I'm gonna build like a little shelf for this thing, so that it can just sit right there. But the thing works really well. But most of the time you still need to cool it down even more, because it will come out a little warmer than pinching temps most of the time, unless your groundwater. If you have 50-degree groundwater, you're fine, but it's usually about 5 degrees more than your groundwater is what I found. So, but yeah, the Brett IPA, I'm going to keg that up tonight. I'm going to force carb it pretty hard, and so I should be bottling it and sending it out within the week. So I think I'll get everyone's address who I'm going to send a bottle to. There was something else though. Oh yeah, Tony Yates. I'm gonna see how much it's gonna be to send it to Norway, but if it's like $20 to send 2 bottles of beer, I don't think I'm gonna do it. But Yeah, we'll see. I'll ask him and see. I haven't gotten back to you about it, but I forgot that you were in Norway. But other than that, I will be getting back to you with a yay or nay. So yeah, that's about it. So I'll be kegging up the Brett IPA. Just got done with this brew day. I let that hops. Oh shit! Look at that, getting full. Okay, turn that off. I don't think I want to put any more than that in there. But I was going to. What was I gonna say? Oh, I let that big hop sack steep for about 35-40 minutes, or maybe more. 45 minutes probably. So that should bring out a lot of a hop aroma. Those hops were not as fresh as I have ever smelt. So we'll see how those turn out, how it turns out. I mean, it'll probably be fine. I mean, it definitely had, you know, a nice hop aroma. It wasn't like they weren't completely crap, but it was time to get rid of them. They're all 2 years old. So, all right, guys. Well, yeah, that's about it. All right.